it's the next morning. Back in the field. Got the fuel trailer behind me. We're gonna fuel up the combines here and get ready to go this morning. Here with our handy dandy fuel trailer I'm standing on. Kobe, what are you doing? You helping? What all you have to grease, Nathan? Or what all are you greasing?
I'm doing the 10-hour and the 50-hour grease.
There's a few moving parts on these.
This one's hard to get to.
Just about full. All right, I'm up here on the top of the combine, and I'm going to take this filter out and clean it. We do this about every day, especially when it's dry and dusty. Kind of hard to do with one hand. Yeah, plenty dusty. All right, yeah, see, that's a dirty filter right there. We're gonna have to blow that out, put it back in. All right, blown out nice and clean. We're gonna put them back in here. As you can see, wheat harvest is a very intense time for us. We're going hard from when we wake up in the morning to when we go to bed late at night. And we require all these combines and grain semis and tractors and grain carts. We have to have all of those equipment operating for us to be at our most efficient. And so every morning, as you saw earlier in the video, we are out there, checking the oil levels on our equipment and blowing out the filters, making sure that everything's ready to go, checking the tires. The last thing you want during harvest is a breakdown. And for our engine oil that we put in Shell Rotella heavy duty engine oil, and that actually is built to withstand some of these extreme temperatures here in Kansas that we operate this equipment in. Especially this week, we're over 100 degrees so far, most of harvest. So that engine oil gives us better wear protection. We can go longer between changing oil, and we can also get better fuel economy. And when you run these machines for the amount of hours that we do, we'll run these combines, for instance, 12 plus hours a day. And so when you get better fuel economy, that's going to lower your cost of harvesting your crop, which will make you more money. And saving a few cents on fuel per acre doesn't sound like much, but when you talk about hundreds or thousands of acres, well, it really starts to add up. So that's why we use the oil that we do, and we just try to have the most efficient operation that we can. Just try to keep everything going and running the way it's supposed to run. Kendall just took a load from, I think that's Dad, in the 9610. So Kendall's gonna drive the grain cart over, unloading the semi, which I'm gonna take here in a little bit, once it's full. So I've got a few minutes here to spare to film. Cargill elevator in Salina, Kansas. These are the skyscrapers of Kansas. We don't have real skyscrapers like New York City, but we got these. Getting ready to dump a load of wheat here. Finished up that last field that we started on this morning, and we're about half done with this field. Hope you guys enjoyed that drone video I just took. It was really windy, so it might have been a little shaky. Got a 7720 going over there. I think that's what it is. They got two combines over there. We got two combines over here. It's a party. You probably noticed the wheat in this field doesn't look as good. Part of that's because it's this is more of a hill field, so the soil may be not quite as good. But more likely there was probably some disease pressure in this field, and maybe a freeze affected it as well. We've noticed this year that in different parts of where we farm, I was interrupted by our Midland Radios here. We're using this year for the first time. These allow us to talk back and forth, walkie-talkie style, with all six of us. So that's been really great for communication. So we typically rode the 25-foot header here, the 9600, and then we take the 30-foot header off of the 9610 and pull it behind that combine. So That allows this first combine to go to the next field and open it up a little bit so that the 9610 can come along and hook onto the header in the field. Here in Kansas, roading a 25-foot header is not a big deal. In fact, some people road their 30-foot headers too. That's definitely not as common. You're going to run into some spots maybe with a 30-foot header that you wouldn't be able to get through, but for the most part, 25-foot headers, no problem. The county even puts a lot of their signs to where they bend back and forth to where the sign might be there, but you can run over it with your header and it'll just pop back up into place. So that's kind of nice. All right, we went from one of our worst looking wheat to some of the best looking wheat. This looks real nice, real thick. All right, another mealtime in the field. This made an appearance in last year's video. The Dorito casserole.
Yep.
Who knew that you could have Doritos in a casserole? What's this? Oh, this is the
This
broccoli
is
salad.
Yep,
That looks
broccoli
pretty
salad.
good. There's a 4K version of it right there.
You need Doritos, right?
Yeah. Doritos for life.
Yeah.
This is what you do when your wife brings dinner to the field. Thank you.
You're welcome.